new here, my name is Grace. Make sure you definitely subscribe down below. So I'm so excited for today's video because I'm filming an updated Q&A. I asked you guys over on my Instagram to ask me some questions because I feel like I haven't done a Q&A probably since like I moved here. So it's definitely been a while and it's overdue. I'm in my new car, so by the time you guys see this video, you'll have known I got a new car. So you can go watch that video if you want to after this one. I filmed like the whole process, buying the car and everything. Sorry, I have like an eyelash poking me in the eye, so if you see my eye like twitching a bunch, that's why. Anyways, yeah, it's overdue for a updated Q&A. So if you guys want to like be involved in one of these types of videos next time, definitely make sure you're following me over on Instagram because that's where I'll ask you guys to ask me questions and everything. So I'm gonna just pull up my story and start answering your guys' questions because there's a good amount. If you guys want to see any specific videos this year, I'm going to be doing my drive with me still. I know those are something you guys love watching, so those will be happening every single month. But if there's any like specific videos you want to see from me, definitely leave me a comment and let me know because I can film it for you. Just let me know. Okay, also real quick, my phone case is from Bing Cases. I feel like I might get questions on it. First question is, what is your favorite part about being an influencer? Honestly, I love creating content. Like, I love taking pictures, I love editing, like all of that stuff. And then of course like talking to you guys, and like if nobody watched my content or nobody liked my post, like I probably wouldn't still be doing this because you can only like give so much into something for it to give back. So I would say like you guys and just making the content is my favorite part. And I love working with brands too, it's so cool. Did you go to college, and if so, where? Yes, I went to college. I went to a community college though, so it's not like a big school or anything. It was in California, and I have a associate's degree in business marketing. What's your favorite places to shop at? My favorite places are Windsor, Princess Polly, Shein. I would say those are like my top few that I feel like I'm wearing the most, are those three brands. What does your daily diet look like? Okay, I always get questions like this, but you guys, I don't have a diet. Like, I literally just eat what I want. My like food palette is pretty bland. I eat like a 10-year-old boy. For breakfast, normally like a bagel or an English muffin or something. I really like carbs, so lots of bread in my diet. How did you get to be a model for Kulani Kinis? If you guys don't know, I work with Kulani Kinis all the time. I'm not like a model for them, but I'm like one of their influencers. So I have tons of Kulani's bikinis. They send me packages and I just basically am wearing them to the beach, the pool, and I post in them and they repost them because they like my content. So I'm not really a model, but I just like partner with them a lot. Okay, I get this question so often, but it's, have I ever dyed my hair? And I don't know why everyone wants to know this, but I've never dyed my hair. So I would say right now I'm getting more like a dirtier blonde color. I feel like in the summer my hair is a little bit brighter blonde because of like highlights and being in the sun so much. But this is my natural color. The color like underneath, the more like dirty blonde, like I would say that's pretty much my natural color. And then like these lighter pieces are just like natural highlights from the sun because I live in Florida and before I lived in California, so I was always in like a warm setting. And in the summer I do use sun-in sometimes, which is like a hair lightening spray, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I've gotten a few questions asking about like my parents supporting social media and stuff. How supportive are your parents of social media? How did your friends and family react when you told them you wanted to be a content creator? I guess those are kind of different. Basically, my parents are really supportive of social media. They think it's like amazing. It's the next big thing. And yeah, they're both very supportive. Same with my friends and family. And when I first started social media a few years ago, I would definitely say there was people that, not necessarily in like my immediate like friend group or family, I don't think my parents really understood it when I first started, but now that I'm like in the business of social media and they see what I do and they see the brands I work with and everything like that, they understand it and they're very supportive of it. But I definitely would say when I first started, they more just didn't understand it, but they were still supportive of it. My friends were all really supportive of it when I first like said I wanted to start a YouTube channel, because that was the first thing that I ever like started. I started a YouTube channel, I made an Instagram to like go with it, and then I did a TikTok a few years into like maybe a year into doing YouTube. I definitely had people that doubted me and like talked crap behind my back about it, but now I do social media full time, so whatever. Who cares, you know? Are you going to get a bachelor's or just do what you do now? I probably won't ever, I don't want to say never because you never know if you go back to school, but as of right now, I don't have any interest in getting a bachelor's degree, especially with business. It's not necessarily necessary to have a bachelor's degree in like business marketing. You can get good jobs with having an associate's, and so I'm just trying to focus on building my brand and doing content. Favorite swimsuit? That is a hard question. I'll insert a picture of my favorite swimsuit and then you guys will get to see. Have you ever had a boyfriend? Yeah, I've had 2 boyfriends. I had one that was in high school for a pretty short time span. I don't even know if I would count it as a boyfriend, but we were official. And then I had another relationship for like 2.5 years. So yeah, but I've been single for about a year and I've actually really enjoyed it. Like, I'm not in a rush to get a boyfriend. Some people are just like so like, okay, I want a boyfriend, I need a boyfriend, and I'm just so not like that. Like, I'm so independent and I like to be able to do my own thing, and I don't like having to worry about someone. So when somebody comes into my life, they will definitely have to check off some boxes because I have high standards and I just don't need a boyfriend to be happy. I got a lot of people asking like why I moved to Florida. I have always loved Florida. All of my family is like basically here. So I had always had plans to move to Florida, not necessarily like St. Augustine, but just Florida in general. And then my family a few years ago decided they wanted to like build a house in Florida in St. Augustine, and I didn't know if like when that timeline was gonna be. If they hadn't moved out there last year, I probably would have been moving to Florida like right now, January 2020 or 2022. Weird to say that, but I probably would have been moving here around now and getting an apartment or something. I'm really happy that my family came because I live with them and it all just works out because I like my parents. So any travel plans for 2022? I do not have any travel plans yet. I don't really know. I'll probably go to California a few times. I definitely want to go to different parts of Florida though. Like, that's my main thing. I want to go down to the Keys, like the bottom of Florida, maybe like a Bahamas trip. I don't really know what their COVID type of regulations are and all that stuff, so we'll see. But right now, definitely just like traveling over Florida. It's so funny because I love Florida, and when I go back to California for work and stuff, I'm like sad to leave because I just love it here and I love being by the beach and everything. I also just like don't feel the need to travel like I used to because before I lived in such a boring area. How long do you plan on living with your family? So I did just buy a car, so my next purchase will probably be a house. I'm not even gonna lie. At this point, like I'm not really in a rush to move out. I have a huge bedroom, no living expenses really. I just pay for all my own things. My car I bought myself. So if I hadn't bought in a car, maybe I would have moved out sooner, but I still like feel like maybe I wouldn't have because I just don't feel the need to when I have such a big room. Like, I don't know why I would, you know? My parents travel a lot as well, so it kind of works out because I'm able to stay at home and care for the house and everything, watch the dog while they're away. When can we see a new house tour? Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna do a new house tour yet. You might just see like clips in the vlogs and stuff because I feel like sometimes it can be like sketchy posting your house online. I just feel like there's creepers and I don't know. That's why I didn't post my old house until I had moved out of it. So we'll see, maybe someday, but as of right now, it's not really like a priority on my filming list. Why was it such a quick decision for you and your family to move across the US? Because the market of the economy and houses, like the housing industry, houses were selling like crazy for a lot of money. So we were able to get top dollar for our house and it just made sense. Who inspired you to become a YouTuber? So this is so funny. So I love Aspen Ovard. I have watched her for like years, since I was probably in middle school. I'm obsessed with her. I love her. I don't know, I feel like I just relate to her a lot. I feel like we're very similar in a lot of aspects. And also Keegan Acton, which it's so funny because I'm friends with her now. Like, we follow each other, we have each other on Snapchat and everything. So it's just so funny how that kind of worked out. I remember when we first started becoming friends, I like sent her a video clip of like one of my very first YouTube videos of me like saying why I started my channel, and she was one of the people, and it was just so funny for us. So those two people I feel like the main people. But I did grow up like watching YouTube in middle school, like Bethany Moda, Amanda Steele, Makeup by Mandy, whatever, like all those types of people. So yeah, and I love Sierra Furtado as well. How do you always stay so organized? Your room is always so clean. I feel like I'm just a very like organized person. I don't like having clutter or mess, so I just prefer having my room nice and clean. So I don't know, I feel like that's just like a preference. Like Sundays or something, I'll like clean my room, so then for the week it's like nice and clean, and I just try and keep it as clean as I can. I feel like once my room starts getting messy, then it just like the mess just piles up, and I feel like it's easier to just maintain it if you have not as big of a mess. Was moving to Florida a better choice than Cali? For me, yes. Like, I love California, but the beaches are cold, they're gloomy. It's just like where I lived, we had a lake and that was pretty much it. So it just wasn't the vibe like I like. I love being near the beach. You guys, like, if you follow me on Instagram, you see my content. So I personally feel like for myself it was, but everyone's different. Like, some people want to move to the mountains or Colorado or the snow or whatever. What in life do you feel the most grateful for? I feel like my family and my friends, and just like having a roof over my head and stability is definitely something like you can't take for granted. What are some of your New Year's resolutions? I actually wrote them all down in like a book, but I think I took a picture when I read it. Okay, so I want to improve my content. I just want to make it, I feel like over the summer I was really liking my content and my feed, but towards like fall, winter, I feel like as the content kind of transitions to more like fashion based, it also just becomes kind of boring. So I really like just having lifestyle content. I love having like filler cutesy photos and just making it like cute. So that, and then also just like YouTube, I want to post good content. I want to up my views, up my profile, because I feel like especially on YouTube I've just kind of like plateaued over the past year, and it like sucks because it kind of is unmotivating. Same thing with Instagram, honestly, too. Like, the engagement could definitely be higher. So those are two things that I want to increase and just work on. I feel like I was pretty open to meeting people this year, but I did write down on here to be more open to meeting people, and probably also in that aspect is boys, which, like I said, I don't feel the need to like have a boyfriend, but I also am not open to it. I feel like I'm pretty closed off about it, so I feel like I just need to allow myself to be more open to the idea of that if something comes along, because I don't want to shut out something that like could have been something, you know? Work with more brands that I love. So I already work with so many brands that I love, but I would love to work with like even more, so that's a big goal. And then just living in the moment more. I am a content creator, so sometimes it can be hard to get caught up in taking pictures or videos or whatever. So one thing I've really found that I like doing is just like putting my phone on the tripod and doing my thing, like have it record me or whatever, so that way I'm not worrying about doing multiple things. I don't know, yeah. So that's pretty much my goals, but okay, I'm gonna do a few more. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? Florida. Probably more South Florida, like Jupiter, but definitely Florida or Hawaii. I think it would be so cool to live in Hawaii for like 6 months or like a year or something, but I just don't know. Like, it's so expensive over there, and I don't know if I'd be like, how do you meet people? Like, I feel like I'd have to go with at least someone, like Allie or somebody, some person like moved to Hawaii with me for like a summer or something like that. I feel like that would be really cool. How do you get through days when you're feeling sad or gloomy? To be honest, I'm a pretty positive person. I don't have a lot of like down days, but I feel like when I am just like feeling unmotivated or something, I just try and like do something, check something off my list. Like, get yourself to do something, even if it's just like getting ready and going to Starbucks or like, I don't know, going on a walk. I feel like those like small things can like totally make a difference in your day. How do your Insta pics look so casual and not forced? With Instagram, I feel like the biggest thing is it takes time. My friend Molly, I don't think she'll watch this, but shout out to her if you guys like know who she is. She's one of my like good friends down here. Molly wasn't big into Instagram, she was more into TikTok, and me and Maddie were like, you need to be posting on Instagram. Like, you have like, she has like 29,000 followers. We're like, you have like 29,000 followers, like post on Instagram. You could totally be getting like brand deals and doing all this type of stuff, like building your platform. And so for her, we kind of had to like show her like how you can make Instagram less forced, I guess is the best way. I feel like just posting what you want is the biggest thing. Post what you want on Instagram. Don't worry about like people turning off likes. I feel like really has helped me. My likes still honestly do really well, but I just like not having to see it, because then you're not comparing yourself. You're not like, oh, this post didn't do good, when it's literally like a filler photo. Like, I don't know. And just trying to be more natural. Like, you don't need to just smile and pose, like just move. Like, one thing I always say when I'm taking pictures is, first off, keep tapping the button, like don't stop, and literally just moving around. Like, I don't know, I hope that helps, but post what you want. Do you like living in Florida or do you miss California? I don't really miss California, hate to break it. Where do you get your swimsuits? I have a ton of swimsuits from Black Bow, Kulani's, Keeney's. I have a few from Shop Ariel, I don't know how you say that exactly. Shein, but definitely Black Bow and Kulani. Those are my top two. Do you see yourself doing YouTube in the next 10 years? Family channels, couple channels, etc. Okay, so the thing with YouTube is it could die at any moment, so you never really know, but let's just say it's around for 10 more years. I definitely see myself doing YouTube, but the thing is, if my channel doesn't end up taking off, I'm probably not going to be able to do it full-time. Instagram, like, I'm definitely more full-time on Instagram, but YouTube's a lot more difficult because my views, like I said, have just kind of plateaued. Like, they stay around the same range, so it's really hard to like build your brand on YouTube and like have brands want to work with you and like that type of thing when not a lot of people are watching your content. So if my views, let's just say I had a video go viral and I hit 100,000 followers and I'm consistently getting like a good amount of views, then yes, 100%, I would love to do YouTube full-time, like for as long as I can, but it's just one of those things that you never really know. Who takes most of your Instagram pictures? That's so funny because actually me, I have a tripod, which I can link down below. It's on my Amazon, but I actually take most of my own Instagram photos with just like a tripod, and I either use the app Lens Buddy or I just use a little clicker and I'll just kind of like hold it in my hand and hide it from the frame. So yeah, if not like Maddie or Molly, my mom, I don't know, whoever I'm with. If I'm like with people, I'll definitely have them just take it, but if I'm like alone and need to shoot an outfit, like I'm gonna go shoot this outfit after, I just take them myself. Okay, I think that's all the questions I'm going to ask for today. There was a lot of like social media based questions and like Instagram and all that stuff, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and if you're new, definitely subscribe down below because I am going to try and be making 2022 just like a good year for my YouTube channel. I feel like last year there was just so much going on with moving and everything. I feel like I just started slacking on it because I was getting unmotivated, but I really want to prioritize YouTube again and just like put in the effort that it should get to try and build my channel. So make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you follow me over on Instagram because my feed has been so cute recently. That's going to be it for today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. I got a